guests, conventioners, one and all. My job this morning was the pleasant task of introducing past District Governor Tony Carr, the instigator of this great V3 project. Unfortunately, Tony's back has caused all sorts of issues. He is not able to make it. He sends his sincere apologies and he's asked me to read his address. I'm going to do it in the first person, so this is Tony. As you heard from me, in 1993, I was the District Governor for V3. 1993 was the third year of an LLCIF International Site First project. It was a world first, a Lions initiative aimed at eradicating any preventable or curable blindness in the world. It was the most ambitious and far-reaching fundraising drive in Lions history. It eventually raised $180 million worldwide, and a decade later, a further $200 million. A wonderful achievement. Now, how we fit in. Back in 1993, V3, along with all other Australian districts, were grappling with site-first fundraising targets. And as a district, we were lagging well behind the dollars that we were set, compared particularly to the other 5 Victorian districts. As DG, I was keen to arrest this low point. I was fortunate to have a business friend, Jeff, a Rotarian, and I spoke to Jeff about fundraising at a business conference we were both attending. Jeff and I got talking and he spoke about his success in organising a fundraising bike ride early that 1993 year. It immediately grabbed my attention. It occurred to me this could be one answer to V3 district fundraising. In short time, it was arranged for Jeff to come to a meeting at the late past District Governor George Barnard's home to discuss what many of you now know, the V3 Ride for Sight. George was the district chairman for Sight First and very willingly took on the project, which was accepted by a small committee present at a night-time meeting around a kitchen table in George and Norma's kitchen. George made a big move by recruiting late past council chair David Welsh to the role of chairman. And this began what we now know as 31 years of successful bike rides. I think we had one virtual ride in the middle of COVID, I believe. And the total site first fundraising and the CERA, Centre for Eye Research Australia, is well in excess of $1 million, and this ride has really added to that contribution. George continued until his death to actively support the project over those many years. At this point, I want to finish by recognising the current ride chairman, Ian de Bruin, and particularly his mate, Mark Sage, as they're 2 riders who have participated in every one of those 31 rides. There are also, of course, many Lions and others who have made other great contributions, either through fundraising, providing food or shelter, or general participation, and they know who they are. Would all those people stand now and be recognised? All stand. Well done. Okay, there we are at the top there. Thank you. I'd now like to introduce our ride chairman, Ian de Bruin. And the riders. Can you come down, please?
I'll be a bit formal here. Council Chairman David, ID Graham, distinguished guests, conventioners, one and all. Good morning. Now, while our group here is assembling, you'll notice there are different colours here. The ones in red are actually the riders. The ones in the gold over to the right-hand side, they are actually on-road support crew. And you've got the three in the nice bright iridescent yellow. These are the three sisters. They actually are great in raising funds. They collectively have collected $41,250, I'm told. Yeah. Now, the others, a lot of money has come in. I think there's about 60-odd thousand in Raisley, our portal. So we're hoping to reach or at least surpass our 90,000 fundraising target. But this ride here this year we normally don't run it at this time of the year because of weather, but we're running it because of the convention. And I was a bit concerned about weather, but the weather gods have been very kind to us. We had no rain, little wind, but cold mornings. We had 4-degree start days, which is cold. The ride, there are a lot of elements to this ride. There is the safety aspect, because fundraising, we've got support crew, liaise with our sponsors, etc. And all fundraising is not easy nowadays. Just hunting people down, companies down, like a Palace. We're very fortunate to have a Palace, which is, I think we've got Danny from a Palace around the back. And without these commercial sponsors, it's almost impossible to reach our target. And funds that have been raised from day one is, District Governor Ian says, is we've raised over $1 million, and all those dollars actually go towards the Centre for Eye Research Australia. Although they're based here just in Melbourne, or parts, I think in Sydney too, it's an Australian-wide research place for research into eye, to prevent blindness. And today we are actually fortunate to have Associate Professor Rick Liu, and I'll just like to call on him to say a few words. Rick, please. Now, Rick is, I'll give you his official position title. He's, it is investigator, head of genetic research engineering. So, Rick.
Thanks, Ian. So, before I start, my name is Rick Liu. So, I'm the principal investigator at Centre for Eye Research Australia. I'm also a scientist at CIRA. So, I would like to start to thanks Rifle Sight for their support for past 31 years. This is a tremendous effort to actually raise more than $1 million, contribute to CIRA's research. So this benefits our fellow, our students, our scientists to conduct the world-class research to prevent the vision loss and blindness. This is also a great support for CIRA to develop a better management way for the eye disease. So I would like to really thank any of this money raised by this Rifle Sight. So thank you very much, and hopefully Rifle Sight can go another 30 years. Thank you.
We also have another special guest here. Louis the Lion will now come out as a guest and with a presentation.
Janine. Janine, could you please come round? Janine is also from the Centre for Eye Research. She's executive communications, fundraising, and advocacy from the Centre for Eye Research.
Being the conservative accountant, I believe that will be six figures, but I said 95 plus. I've just been made aware there's about another 5 or 6 grand raised in the last couple of days I didn't know about. So I think we've cracked the 100,000. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. That's just a phenomenal effort. And thank you to all of the Lions, all of the riders, and everyone who supported Lions Ride for Sight. As Rick explained to you, CIRA is a national medical research institute, and our goal is for a world free from vision loss and blindness. And the support of the Lions Ride for Sight brings us one step closer to that goal. I'm really honoured to be here today amongst you because the Lions do play such an important role in preventing blindness around the world. And here in Gippsland, we've got an amazing crew who've been doing this for more than 3 decades. I'd particularly like to thank the people who've supported the Ride for Sight this year, starting with the amazing Sharon Oates, who is one of the team sisters. I don't know if any of you have ever met Sharon, but she is a woman who is absolutely impossible to say no to and has been an absolute powerhouse, along with her sisters Lisa and Kerry, in helping the Lions Ride for Sight achieve this amazing fundraising target this year. I would also like to thank others who've been instrumental in supporting the ride: Ian De Bruyn, Tara Del Quadras, Roger Powell, Andrea Capel, Pat Williams and John Masigliaga. I'd also like to thank the amazing sponsors, Apellis Pharmaceuticals, who are developing a new therapy for geographic atrophy. This is an amazing achievement by that company, which are now finding a treatment for a disease which until now did not have any treatments, and that's something at CIRA that we're really working towards. So thank you, Apellis, for your support. I'd also like to thank Hertz, Yulong Investments, Bass Coast Embroidery, Clancy's Printing, Latrobe Valley Bus Lines, and Bendigo Bank Inverloch and Elders. So thank you, everyone. This is, as I said, an absolute honour to be here. Thanks for supporting our research, and we look forward to working with the Lions again towards our goal of a world free from vision loss and blindness. Thank you, everyone.